There won't be any of the Ukrainian officials that are currently there, um, remaining behind to face the music. They will be gone. Um, and this is the resistance you're seeing because of Zelensky right now. The Ukrainian elite, political and economic elite, are saying that he is costing them access to that which enriched them. That is the resources of the West pouring in. And that's why they dislike Zelensky, not because of any posture or anything. It's purely a results-based analysis. Are we able to continue to enrich ourselves with the funding brought in? Is Zelensky able to go out and rattle the tin can and get people to put money in the tin can that we can then steal and enrich ourselves? Or is the money drying up? Therefore, we need somebody new, a Zaluzhny, to come in. From their perspective, Zaluzhny would be the darling of the West, and the money would just be triple because now the West would say, "Oh my gosh, Zaluzhny, he's the man." But the Russians don't care. They're not going to sit there and go, "Oh, well, because the West now likes Zaluzhny, we have to concede." The Russians will just continue the war until Zaluzhny, likewise, leaves. The entire Ukrainian government is corrupt, and Russia's not going to deal with any of them. They will not be part of a post-conflict Ukraine because if you're talking about the root cause of this conflict, the Ukrainian ruling elite is the root cause. They will not be allowed to stay. They will not be allowed to remain. They may not even be allowed to reside. They may be arrested, put in camps, put on trial, or compelled to flee. But no, they won't be part of any post-Ukraine. The more I listen to the Russians, the more I look at how the Russians are structuring themselves right now to try and, there's an interesting book. It's a work of fiction, but it's called Armageddon, written by Leon Uris. And it's a book about the Berlin crisis at the end of World War II. But the way the book starts is it talks about the problems of military government and how the United States had to prepare for military government, for post-conflict Germany. And we were preparing for military government midway through the war. you know, and I think the Russians are at that stage right now. While they haven't defeated the Ukrainians, they haven't eliminated their government. The Russians are preparing for post-conflict reality, and they will have a government ready to move in. And that's what the world needs to start preparing for, is the inevitability of Russia dictating what the future of Ukraine will look like from the top to the bottom.